tired of about the town.
There's clearly some stuff.
I do a good job. You know, I could be a secretary. You
What
need
order
to
to make
Absolutely.
But that's what I wanted
The only problem we're going to have to is physical with us.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, I've been doing yoga. I did a handstand.
That takes care of his
I
question.
did a handstand last night.
Help works.
My teacher.
Take a moment to review the minutes. Jean,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind using that document, and what we're looking to do is simply note the topics, not all of the...
Right, right. Yeah, well, that's what I kind of do. So I have to use
And then
this
if you-
document, I'd rather, it'd be easier for me to
You
write.
can use whatever format you'd like, but I'd just like to get it at the end of the thing, and I'll type it up and send it out. I have my assistant type it up, so you don't have to.
Okay. Oh, she's very reasonable.
Thank you.
It's very useful to anybody on the phone now to speak nicely.
So item number 4 that you have here is simply you were reiterating the items that they brought up.
Yes.
Jean?
Pardon?
On item number 4, you would simply these are the things that we didn't discuss each and every item. These are the items that they...
No.
Yeah, we voted on it.
We
Well,
voted
no,
on.
we voted to
Have
send
them
a letter.
Right.
And when, on each thing I say that, we determined that additional information was needed and we were going to send a letter requesting the,
So Steve and I did not contact, so we'll get into that in a minute.
yeah, so we wanted to have them.
Has everyone had a chance to review them?
Good for me. I'll make a motion to accept those minutes.
I'll second it.
Any addition, changes to the minutes at all? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None? Thank you. We have time now for public comments. If anyone present wishes to make a public comment. Hearing none, we shall move to the rest of the agenda. We received 3 additional proposals, and we have the 4 proposals that we wanted to follow up on. So,
And Julius, I had a phone call from Chuck about an hour and a half ago. So maybe I can brief everybody on that conversation.
sure.
Okay. Basically, he asked a couple of questions, but most importantly, indicated to me that one of his proposals, which was the city council president as a full-time position, which if I remember correctly, came up last year as well.
He put forth no new information. He
Right.
simply put forth the same
Same,
five
that's
that
right.
they put forth last year.
And he indicated that that one, he wasn't interested in pushing unless the commission was interested in pushing it. So he's basically saying if you want to consider it, but he's not pushing that item in the forefront. As far as the equal access to communication, I think he reiterated to me pretty much what he had said in his letter. Has everybody seen that material?
There's not.
No.
I wanted to bring up the issue.
Okay. Let me run through, especially for those of you who may not have focused on this last year. We have one member who was not.
I wasn't
So
here
you
last
weren't here
year
last
either.
year also.
So are we going through the 5 items that he's
Yeah,
reported? Can I
that's okay.
cue that up then?
Sure.
Okay. We have, as I said, we have received proposals from the mayor, Chuck Leslie, city council president, and then Mark Blanchard, Deputy Corporate Counsel, Corporation Counsel. The mayor, on his letter, said he copied all of you, so, okay, all of you did get a copy of that. The other two were sent to Stephen and myself. And so we're going to bring it to this meeting to decide what we wanted to move forward on. As I said on Chuck Lesnick's, his letter says, a year ago to the day, I submitted 5 proposals to the Charter Revision Commission for review. Yonkers Campaign Finance Board, an independent inspector general, equal access to communication law, 4, recognizing that the city council president is a full-time position, and 5, resolving redistricting issues regarding staggered terms. The previous charter commission, many of you served on that, made a decision to not move forward on all of those. And then we had deliberation on some were about time and some were about whether or not we thought we should move forward. And so the question becomes for us whether or not we wish to take them up again. I think we, based on our last conversation, the last meeting, we probably grant Chuck Lesnick as City Council President the courtesy to come forth and speak to those issues. He was actually looking to see if he could do that tonight, but he didn't connect with me. And run through those 5 issues and didn't have the opportunity to make his case. Steve said he had a conversation with Steve and he's already made some comments on one of them. Did you want to go through the other 4 or 5?
Yeah. In our report from last year, just to remind you of what was said about these. This is what we had said in the final report about these. Regarding campaign finance reform, and let me just summarize briefly what Chuck was proposing. He had proposed that Yonkers adopt a version of what New York City has, which is a provision, a set of laws that limit the amount that can be spent on a campaign if one accepts public funds. And if you accept public funds, you get a bonus in terms of 4 to 1, dollar for dollar contribution. And if your opponent does not opt in to the system, then that goes up to 6 to 1. And then there are a variety of other restrictions on campaign finance that are also patterned on what New York City has enacted.
Mayor, our practice has been to decide whether or not we were going to move forward with these, to do any investigation. And what we did as of the last meeting is the pattern we established for the last meeting is we were going to invite people to come forward. And if there's no objection, my suggestion is to call Chuck Lesnick and invite him in to come speak to these and then do this kind of review that we're going to do now, because we're going to have to do it again anyway after we've heard from him. So my suggestion is to have him come forth as City Council President, give him the opportunity to the floor to say, these are the 5 things I like and here's why.
There's a big budget meeting tonight, that's why we couldn't be.
Right, well,
But he wasn't formally invited tonight.
The other, I mean, I agree with you, Joyce, and we can handle it procedurally any way that we want. Doesn't really matter to me. For whatever reason, if you're going to question him next time, as opposed to merely hear what he has to say, if you're going to hear what he has to say, he's in essence submitted what I think in fairness is a more detailed letter about this, and did it last time as well, than the other submissions that we have. And he goes through the reasons behind it, he goes into detail about the proposal. If you wanted to have a productive meeting with him next time, certainly about that proposal, it would seem to me that the one preliminary thing that should be done is I should prepare a memorandum for the commission that addresses these issues. Last time, all we did, and this is really what I wanted to do in terms of looking at our report, last time we surveyed other municipalities to see if any had enacted campaign finance laws. I summarized the city legislation and